Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on my modded Minecraft server. Last episode we started laying things out. In between episodes I have actually built the controller. That is the maximum normal sized controller. I have figured out that you can run all kinds of controllers in between the controller blocks, but it very quickly becomes impractical to do it that way. Also, I've made a couple of different upgrades for some of the machines. Namely, I added an octadic capacitor to the alloy smelter, and I threw in another pulverizer to help get through stuff a little bit more easily. And I've connected it to the draconic chest. And the chest is empty because in between episodes, I made an enhanced charm of dislocation. And I've also made this item dislocator, which so far it's really nice. I find that this has actually been better for picking up items than any of the other magnets I've ever used, including the utilities magnet. Speaking of which, I could probably turn that off. There we go. Anywho, in today's episode, what I thought we could do is get a few machines going. The reactor itself is actually ready to go, except for there's no coolant in it. And then these, well, those aren't quite ready yet, but I need a couple more machines in order to get the blocks ready. And so, we're going to need some basic machine frames. Let's see, 10. There's like 600 things with 10 in the name, apparently. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some iron. 1, 2, 3. 3 tin gears. Go ahead and throw that there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Glass. Oh yeah, we got plenty. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, throw that in there. The 3 machines we're going to need a magma crucible, this thing, which means we need Invar, which is gotten by the Invar blend, 2 pulverized iron, and a pulverized ferrous. Okay, turn that off. Iron, stack of iron, and ferrous. Half a stack of that. But basically we need the magma crucible, which, what else are we gonna need? While we're thinking of it, that's when it needs another brick. Leadstone energy cell. I think we can make that. Lead. Just the frame, which is that. But I think we just need this part, which I can make. There we go. Alright. Magma. I think it's, no, it just needs the frame. Okay, that's good. And of course, redstone reception coils. Redstone. Some glod. Because lots of machinery needs that. But there's a couple of other things we'll need. We're going to need the fluid transposer. Transposer, which is copper gears. That one uses copper gears. And then there is another machine. Technically we could make 2 more machines, but we're only going to use 1 here because of the extra utilities transfer nodes. And that is the glacial precipitator. Now, I know a lot of people would be like, more copper gears and some Invar. Good thing we're making Invar, huh? Ran out of redstone. Redstone dust. There we go. Piston. Now, a lot of people normally are like, oh, well, you're going to use gelid cryothium. You need to go find a blizz. Problem is, that won't work here. We're on peaceful. No vrk. No vrky. So, you can, in fact, craft gelid cryothium, as there are several YouTubers that I follow that the people told them in the comments you can craft this stuff. And it's like this, which is basically you pulverize sandstone, because that's part of it. And then there's the blizz powder, which is also from a blizz rod. But if you put destabilized redstone on the snowballs, you'll get blizz powder. And this is the method we're going to be using. So we kind of sort of need both machines. And it's still grinding away. Eventually, when we have the full-on auto crafting setup going, they will be the resonant machines with all three of the speed upgrades, because, yeah, with all three speed upgrades, this would have been done by now. And I know some people would be like, oh, well, why don't you just take the old augments out and put the new ones in? Well, that's because augments actually require the higher tier machine in order to work. Those are just, these three slots are misleading. Those are pretty much whatever. Unless you want to remove one of these abilities, those are basically just come with it. Waiting, waiting. While we wait, let us harvest our wheat. I was actually kind of surprised that it makes the XP sound when you collect stuff. If you're wondering why I only have 7 levels, I actually died in between episodes. So, yeah. I was working in the Nether. I do have an Ender Quarry. It is currently set up in the Nether, but it doesn't have any power right now. So, yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, go ahead and craft some more burgers, because I'm obsessed with just crafting everything. Eventually, when we have all the auto crafting set up, that will be unnecessary. I just go to it, middle click on it, select it, or actually what I personally like to do is have the pattern terminal set up entirely just for the craftables. That way it makes it a little bit easier to know which things you're going to be able to auto craft. And then have a separate terminal where inverter blend, fastest furnace we've got. Done. Well, not quite done, but yeah. One of the things I've discovered from using the draconic chest as a furnace is it actually pulls power faster than this reactor will generate it. So, yeah, there's that. Iron. We only need 2 invar gears, but we're going to need some ingots too. And 2, and 2, and 2, and 2. Okie dokie. Now, we've got plenty of conduits for the power. So let's see now. Crucible. Induction smelter. Aw. Somebody needs to make a couple more gears. And a glacial precipitator. Should have everything we need for all of these. Now, let's grab some power and run the power further out. Because I don't remember if I think the glacial precipitator needs power too, but I can't remember. Induction simulator. Let's see. Output to there, input there. That's not what we need. Wrong device. Fluid transposer. I don't have enough machines. Just make a bunch of those. Because, you know. We'll make a stack of the machine frames. And we need a bouquet. That's what we need. We'll need the induction smelter too, but not right here. There we go. And then, heck, what the heck? We're gonna need the induction smelter. Because it'll work in the alloy smelter too, but I like having my options open. Now, as for, and of course, all of this stuff is getting moved. Let's see, does this take power? Yes, yes it does. Okay. Run a little power over here. Disable that for the moment. Bouquet. Transfer node, world interaction upgrade. I don't think we're going to need more than that. Grab some dihydrogen monoxide. And put the transfer node down here. World interaction upgrade. Not there. Stop grabbing it from there. I want you to grab it from the middle. There. There, that's a good water bucket. Let's see now. There we go. And we're making snowballs. There we go. Well, 29. Yeah. Well, time to grab some cobblestone. On the plus side, a lot of this stuff just basically starts with cobblestone. And we've had 0 niter. Oh, there it is. There's some niter. But we also need this set up because in order to make the tesseract, you need Enderium blend, and one of the requirements for the Enderium blend, which we also need for the coils in turbines. That's what the metal coils are made out of. So yeah, you kind of need. Well, I can do that in the alloy smelter, but parts of it actually requires, yeah, Enderium blend. That's Enderium base. This is Enderium blend. This formula requires the pyrithium dust or the Enderium base plus ender pearls. It gets complicated. But to make the actual tesseract, one of the things you have to do is fill it with the Enderium. And so, yeah. Because before you can make that, you have to make the tesseract frame full. And the full is filled with ender pearls. Yay! That's done. Let's see. Should we put a... Yeah, we'll put a chest here for that to output to. And then grab our item conduits. Set that to just automatically extract. And now our system's going to be completely cram-packed full of snowballs. Just what we always wanted. Hey, we can make milkshakes! Yay, we got a banana. Oh, ooh, what was that other thing? Ooh, smoothies too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Smoothie. Oh, I'm not hungry. For the Ender Quarry, I did make the World Hole upgrade. I am not using it in the Nether right now because of the whole, flowing lava thing. And I've actually been considering, something else that I've been considering is going ahead and, well, let's go check on the quarry. The power should be out there. Yep. Well, that's not going anywhere. But because of the lava, I've been considering possibly going ahead and putting the, Quarries Plus mod in here. Time to suck down all the power. Probably time for a nap too. Little nappy poo. But all this, hang on. Let's exit back out of that. Put that away first. Okay, now we're good. But in order to make the ludicrit blocks, which is what we're going for here, we're going to need to make ludicrits. Induction smelter, alloy smelter, crafting. You make the blocks. But in order to do that, we're going to need a lot of Enderium, which requires this at a minimum. We can make this in the alloy smelter, although I think there was a recipe. We need the other two machines anywho, regardless. But the blend with the dust's tin and silver and shiny and resin into bucket. That was the one I was looking at. That's the one I was thinking of. You can also make snow and ice with this machine. Snow blocks, I should say. Snow blocks and ice. But we need snowballs. So, resonant, whoops, wrong thing. Redstone, that is what we want. And snowballs. I do not remember how many it takes per snowball. More than that. I think it's 4. No, 2. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That should be enough. That gives us our blizz powder. Yay! And of course, eventually we'll be getting to the other. Let's see, that chest is over there. Bye! I've actually got more blizz powder than blaze powder. Interesting. You can also craft blaze powder. I forget the recipe for that. Not the pulverizer. Glowstone and destabilized redstone. So it can be very redstone heavy, but you can get everything you need. The one thing that cannot be crafted in this pack is blaze rods. You have to use the peaceful table or have it be not on peaceful. Give me that ready. Thank you. On the downside, we're going to run through ender pearls like nobody's business. On the plus side, once we get to the end of dimension, one of the things we can do is set up a peaceful table there, and it will automatically collect ender pearls for you indefinitely. After I stopped recording on the previous world, I discovered that. And we'll throw you in there, throw you in there. But basically, and we're about out of time for this episode, so I'm going to hurry up and finish up here. But basically, this tank here, this multi-block tank that I've got set up, will hold exactly enough gelid cryotheum, theoretically, to fill this all the way up. And I should have a floodgate around here somewhere. Where did we put that? I'm thinking that it might be good for us to go ahead and use Enderium in one or two of those temporarily, just so we can get more power going. Where did we put our floodgate? But eventually we'll be using this. This is actually one of the two reasons why Buildcraft is in this pack. If you try filling this from a bucket with the gelid cryotheum, you're never going to have it all be evenly distributed. But with this little block, of course it has to go in where the glass is. But with this block, it lets you basically pour it in. All you got to do is put it in a storage tank of some kind. And eventually, the other thing to keep in mind is that our storage room does actually, in my design, have liquid storage in the back of it. It's going to be a really big, massive system, but there's also fluid storage, because I plan on, one of the things that I was thinking would be good is to have everything automated, but also running through the ME system. Just because it made sense to me. In my twisted little crazy mind, it made sense. But anyways, I think we've prattled on long enough, and I know it might not seem like we got much done, but all of this is a huge step forward towards getting everything done. So I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed, then make sure to subscribe for more videos. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.